Hey YouTube, Lilly Trucker here. How is everybody? I have been better than this week. Everything that I touch just goes pleh. And trucking gets real when it goes pleh. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god. Every time I turn around, it's something else. From like trailer issues to tractor issues to So yeah, so far this week we have had cross members that have been like split right through the trailers, to just regular things, you know, you have wrong with trailers. And then what's Cyclone gotta do? Oh yes, you know it guys, he started in with the belt on the front again. I thought it was cured. Oh no, obviously he is gonna decide to throw his belt from time to time now. For no apparent reason, because his belt fits. I don't know what the issue is. Everything's been tightened. They don't even know why he is throwing his belt off, but from time to time he decides to just and throw his belt off, which is not good when in New York State this week it has been like, we've got our summer, but it's been like 90 degrees, and now it's getting cool now toward the end of the week, and it's supposed to be like highs of like 58 on Saturday. So I don't even know what the weather's doing in New York this week. But needless to say, beginning of the week, you needed air conditioning, shorts, and a tank top. It was like so hot. So I'm like driving down the highway, you know, oh, what a nice tree. Wonder what mile marker we're at, you know, when's the next exit, you know, regular. Then I'm like, oh, feels like it's getting warm in here. So, you know, I do the feel in the air. I'm like, well, maybe it's cool, you know, maybe. Then I'm like, why, it feels like it's getting hotter in here. I put my hand out. It's getting hotter because it's blowing hot air on me again. So I'm like, it's got, let's pray it's just the belt. The belt came off again. So I get to where I was going, because there was nowhere safe to pull over, so you had to put the windows down and suck it up, trucker, and keep going. So I get to where I'm picking up, and I pop the hood on the tractor, and I look inside. Sure enough, Cyclone spit his belt off again. So there I am. So I got two options. I can leave the belt where it's at, worrying about it getting hung up. I can cut it off like I did in the last belt video a while back we did, where we just cut it off the truck, because the mechanic isn't going to come out just for the belt, and or because I wasn't that far away, or we can, voila, we can, let me keep, get these puppies and use them like chopsticks. So that's what I decided to do, guys. I raised the hood, assessed the situation, and I took matters into hands. Yes, I did. Are these not the best little screwdrivers you ever saw? So what I did was I got the belt, because it was still in there, it was fine, it just came off. I took the belt, I got it back in the slot that it needed to be, then I pulled it up to the pulley, and then I used this screwdriver with the flat side to, and let me tell you, it's tight in there. I put it in and I pulled it over as hard as I could, and then I wedged it in the pulley, and then once I had that in the pulley, I was able to grab the other side with this one, pull it just enough that I kind of flipped the belt over to the side a little bit, and I think that's what held it, because I didn't do it perfect, because I am not a mechanic. Though if you saw my shirt, you would think I was, because it's completely erect. So then I had the belt was kind of wedged in the pulley, and then I'm like, well, what am I going to do now? I couldn't get it out. I'm like trying with the screwdrivers to get it all even, and I couldn't get it even. So what I did was I was like, well, I can't break it worse than it already is. I'm going to try to start the tractor. And once I start the tractor, fan's going to start spinning, which is going to make it all spin. hopefully, if everything goes smooth, it will work and belt will go on. Guess what, guys? It worked! It worked! When did it happen? 2 days ago? 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. So we're going 2 days strong, guys. And I turned it on today. I did have it on. Because even though it's cool outside, it gets warm, the sun coming in the tractor. It works. It has not come off. So, this worked. My 2 screwdrivers, my little baby screwdrivers. I put my own belt on all by myself. So proud of myself. I didn't even have to have roadside gum or anything. I have wonderful snowflake blowing air conditioning. Woohoo! So that happened. Fixed that. What else did we have? Oh, so yesterday I was driving along. There's no rain in the forecast, nothing. But my windshield was getting like bug yick and road yick on it. So I was like, oh, I think I'll turn my wipers on to wash the windshield, you know, like people do to clear the windshield. Can you tell me why I turn this thing on, the sprayer sprays, and my passenger side windshield wiper just flies off the truck? It's just decides, you know what? I've had enough of going that I'm just gonna jump off. So he's like, ah! So yeah. So then I gotta come back with one windshield wiper. Now, in my world, wouldn't it be this? They give me a windshield wiper. But here's the issue. Now, Cyclone's rocking one winter wiper and one summer wiper. Yeah, this is not gonna last long, guys. So I'm like, why? Just put 2 new ones on. Why are you giving me one summer and one winter? The things you gotta deal with out here. So I don't know about you guys, but it drives me nuts that I have one summer and one winter. Drives me crazy. It's driving me crazy all day looking at it. So my windshield wiper too is an issue. Then I come in today. Last night, I've been having issues with my power steering pump, but it's been an issue. And you're not supposed to have leaks. So I've been writing it up and topping it off when it needed to be topped off. So anyways, last night they put the power steering pump on the truck, right? Yeah. It's on, it's brand new. But just because a part is on, guys, do not ever assume anything. Because just because the part is on there, it's on, it's brand new. Still pre-trip your equipment, check your equipment, know your equipment. So I get to the yard and I see this amazing new power steering pump. It's so nice. You can see it's brand new. It's got like the stickers on it and it looks so nice going down into the pivot arm and there. Everything looks so nice. New castle nuts with cotter pins, shiny and nice and brand new. Everything looks beautiful. Well, let me tell you, it can look beautiful, but that doesn't mean it's going to work right. It's on, right? So, I get in the tractor and I've got to go get my trailer. I'm driving around the yard and I'm like, oh, maybe I want that trailer. So I'm turning the wheel to the right. I'm like, geez, new power steering pump. This thing doesn't want to steer. Like, it doesn't want to turn. I'm like, that's weird. So I'm like, gosh, that old power steering pump, maybe I want it back. At least I could steer the truck with that thing. So my trailer wasn't here this morning, so that's another thing that happened. I'm sitting here waiting for my trailer to get here, 20 minutes because it wasn't here, which no big deal. Finally, the trailer gets here, hooked to the trailer, and this is why I didn't notice it. To pull out the yard, I went left. So I went left out the yard, and then I didn't have to go that far, maybe drive like, 15 minutes down the road, and I had to make a right-hand turn into where I was going to my delivery. So I'm driving, and I gotta make my right-hand turn. So I go to turn the wheel, and now the place that I'm delivering at, they got a decent sized driveway, but they have little, I call them little baby trees. They look like little Christmas trees, you know? You guys, I almost took the freaking trees out. I almost took them out. I'm like turning cyclone to the right, the same, you know, setting up my turn, because at this point I pretty much set my turns up. I think my brain just does it ahead of time. So I set up my turn, and I'm doing my turn, you know, I'm in gear, I'm like turning. I'm like, you gonna turn? And he's not turning. At this point, I'm like, I need to like slow this thing right down. Why is this thing not turning? Well, it was turning, but the radius was like so much wider. It was like if I had like two 53-foot trailers together versus just having one. I mean, like, it was so wide, the turn radius. So I'm like, I got in there. I didn't hit no baby trees or anything. I got in, and I'm like, I need to pop the hood, and I need to look at this thing. So what I did was, first thing I went to was the steering, oh gosh, I'm not good what to call it, steering rod or whatever. And I grabbed a hold of it, and I twisted it. You guys, when I twisted it, I could twist the whole tire on the tractor. Like, I could turn the whole time. I'm like, wait a second. Something's not right with this. I should not be able to move this tire. Because every time I check the steering rod thing or whatever every other morning, I never move the tire. You know, it'll wiggle down to the pitman arm and down over to like the brake chamber, like over there. It will wiggle a little. And this is like, I can wiggle the whole tire. I'm like, I need to call maintenance. I need to call them like right now. Something's not right with this. So I called them, and from what I understand, when they put the new power steering pump on, it's not, gosh, they told me and I can't remember now. It's on, it's brand new. Well, whatever, it's not on the way it's supposed to be. So I can turn the wheel to the left, and I can make left turns fine, but I can't make right turns fine. I don't have like enough turn radius or whatever to be able to make right-hand turns. I know that's not the best way to describe it, but and then I'm always, you know, driving, looking out, watching what's going on. So I always look down at the steering wheel. I'm watching everything that's happening around me. So I ended up calling my boss and my dispatcher and talking to them, and they said, you know, it's gonna be all right. You can drive it, just be careful and come back to the yard, and we'll look at things. So I'm like, okay. So I come back, and I come back slow, because I mean, it does turn, it's just a bigger radius. I mean, I'm driving back to the yard, and that's when I look down at the steering wheel, and I noticed, you guys, my steering wheel is upside down. It's upside down. So instead of reading international across it, it's, the horn is at the top now where it's supposed to be at the bottom, and everything is upside down. So that's how off my power steering pump is. Now my question is, why did the mechanic not notice this? So yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why. So, needless to say, Cyclone is going in the shop tonight to get his power steering pump aligned or whatever, and hopefully they figure out this whole steering wheel situation, because it all goes together. So, because that's like with the steering stuff. So I hope I come to work and my steering wheel isn't upside down tomorrow. But for now, I'm getting out of the truck because this thing trying to drive it on a corner, oh good Lord, it's awful. So I'm not driving this thing anymore today. I'm parking it and it's gonna go in the garage. So I'm laughing, I'm joking with you guys, telling you this stuff, but there's serious stuff out here that happens, and it gets real out here. It's not always fun and games, but if you can, at the end of the day, be sitting here getting ready to get out of the truck and smile and say, you know what, I'm safe, I'm good, they will fix it, it's on, it's brand new. I'm going to keep doing my pre-trips. I'm going to keep learning the equipment. One of these days, I'm going to learn what all these parts are called, because I'm a wealth of knowledge of trucks, but I don't know the names of anything. So I make my own names up for it. But I can't tell you enough. Know your equipment and know when your equipment's off, because I knew this morning when I first drove it that something wasn't right. But I was assuming, because the power steering pump was new and my other one was just old and junk, that was kind of the issue. So, learn your equipment, guys. Can't express that enough. To, you know, do your pre-trips and get as much education. And I've been out here 5 years. 5 years, and I still learning every single day. There's so much about a tractor trailer that you can learn something new every day. But I'm gonna get going because it's starting to get warm in here, and my craziness got a sweatshirt on, but it is cool outside. So if you haven't subscribed yet, well, hit the subscribe and subscribe already. And while you're at it, give me a thumb, and put a comment down below. And if you would like to check me out on some of my other social media sites, well, do that. It's down in the description below. Down there. Yeah, down there. If you look down there and you scrolly, you can find all the other places where you can find me. But for now, me and my screwdrivers are out.